This is how I became completely lost in my photography to unlocking my creativity for my photography. As I was completely burnt out with my photography, I was taking photos with no story and just taking photos because it looks cool, and I was just like going like, what's the point of my photos if I'm just going to just keep on taking them and add no story towards them, and people are not going to be interested really in them. Although the fact that most people actually did enjoy my photography back then, it was just there's no story and nothing to really relate to people. And that's when I thought there's something I need to change within my photography, and that's when I actually found this one thing. I saw this one video by Lucy Lumen. She's a photographer, and I found this one video saying stop looking at photography, and that's when the thumbnail said. I'm going like, okay, this is interesting, I want to see this. She was talking about how to actually get inspiration for photography. Although she said, stop looking at just photography, look at other things, movies, TV shows, podcasts, music, anything that makes you feel related to that piece of content, you can actually create that to actually transform into photography. And that's when I thought to recreate movie scenes. And the most powerful thing about recreating movie scenes is that you can make people relate to that character that you're trying to recreate. And you can recreate it into multiple different things. And let me show you. The one thing I chose to do within those 4 sections was actually trying to recreate movie scenes. And recreating movie scenes can actually make you a whole lot more better in terms of how to tell a story through photos. But the one thing I liked to do is actually recreate a movie scene that makes you feel something. Rather than taking it and trying to recreate because it looks cool, that's what I did for the first 2 or 3 of them for my start. It became a lot more better within the story I actually want to tell and get people to relate to most of the things I try to recreate. For example, the one where from Blade Runner, I actually turned that scene where they're talking, where there's 2 people talking and there's one that's a robot. I think it's Ana de Armas. She's finally feeling something, and I did that. I transformed that to a shadow of my cat through this wall here, and I managed to recreate the color, recreate the mood, and then for me to look a bit bland and stuff. I didn't recreate the whole entire thing completely. I managed to have that idea from that movie and then transform that into something really special that I recreated and make people relate to. Because when you have a cat pass away or something like that, you tend to want to, have something to remember by, and that's what I'm going to be remembering by from my own self and my photography to actually feel something in a way. If you do want to know exactly how I recreate movie scenes and actually how to turn your photography to a storytelling, powerful thing that you can do to get people to feel something exactly like I did with my photography, comment the word angle to join the waitlist of my cinematic angle cohort.